Welcome back to the Reality Guys. I'm your host, Brian, and today I'm talking Love Island USA. This is season 6, episode 27. This is the July 11th episode. Whew, another long one. This was a 90-minute episode. Um, Before I get into the depths of it, we saw 3 final videos before we kind of moved into the next day. And I don't know why we couldn't have squeezed this in the night before. Like, none of it to me was super groundbreaking. We had Gone Girl video. This was Serena being sad. Cordell is upset about watching it, as to be expected. Forgetting Leah Marshall, this is Miguel in Casa doing basically himself. I don't really understand why Leah was as upset and all the other girls were as upset and shocked as they were. They were together maybe for 2 days. Miguel has been the way he's been since he's been in there. I'm not saying it's the right thing to do, but that's just who he's been. Like, I, again, just there were so many other ones that I don't know. We knew what one that was going to be. We knew it. And then the next one was the challenge and the challengers video. And this was like what the guys were doing during the challenge of the raunchy race, I think is what it is. So basically it's just Aaron being dumb again, obviously. And he's kissing Danielle in the shower, and then they get out of the shower and they're like, let's do it again. And then this is when Kayla starts crying. She cries a lot this episode, as to be expected. If you're playing a drink game of Kayla crying, you are probably drunk. It just, and you're watching these things and you're like, we get that it's a show and things like that, but she just folds like a chair and cries so much, and I don't know how anyone could feel. I don't feel bad for her at all. I don't feel this could happen in the real world again. And I mean, she has now forgiven him. When we get to the episode, I've lost track of how many times she's like, I can't say mad at him. It's like he made you look like a fool, and you just look. I think you just look dumb, and I don't know. I don't know how. I would love to know when Parents' Day happens. I normally skip those things, but if they're still together, that's going to be something that I actually might be interested in, because I don't know how her mom and her dad are going to be like, "What are you doing? Like, you're looking like a fool." If you disagree, let me know. Can't really. I would be shocked if somebody thinks differently, but put in the comment section if you do. And then Aaron walks away. He's such a moody baby, and he's walks away. Aaron or Rob runs right after him, and he like throws his uh, headset off or his mic off. And I actually thought that if you took that off, you that was not good. Like, you could be eliminated. I thought we didn't talk to anybody from Love Island, but I remember talking to somebody where it's like the one rule is like, if you take your mic off, that's like a done. That's like a no. So he walks into the woods and they come back. I would love to know how long they were sitting there, because I mean, the people just waiting for him and Rob to come back, and Kayla, just like, how do the people who have like really no stakes in the game right now, like Kane and um, Sierra, Catherine, Daya, who haven't really, I mean, yes, Daya's been involved in stuff, but they're just sitting there. They're never going to see a bit about themselves, because they're really just NPCs and people that are just background characters. It's just, yeah, I would love to know how long they're actually there. It, and then they're on the dock. Rob's like, I'm really proud of you for taking accountability. And I was like, I don't think Aaron's taking accountability at all. He just deflector, yelling at these girls, yelling at Liv, like, why are you getting involved? And just because Kayla's upset, but she just is constantly sobbing and like crying all the time. Like, it's going to take Liv to, like, I guess, lay into him a little bit. But I mean, nobody else is really. They're just a lot of shocked faces. But it, I'm just so ready. Like, I mean, the Casa stuff is essentially over now. Basically, how the episode ended and how everyone's just making up left and right. Um, Rob is questioning Danielle's authenticity. But really, I mean, at this point, it took you this long to figure that out. She was hooking up with Aaron for a couple days, and then she just moves over to you, and you think that like something's going, like, you just figuring out now that they might not be real. Um, I mean, this guy is so dense. I can't believe that. And he has these serious conversations about, like, I don't know, like, we need to take a step back and things like that. I'm just like, what are we doing here? And that conversation, I think it was the second one that they had. So Rob and Danielle have 2 conversations, but they have a second one. And I wrote, my note was like, this conversation seemed fake. There was a lot of stuff tonight that I just wasn't really buying. And just a lot of things like seemed not, I know this is a reality TV show, but a lot of it didn't seem real. Like, they were probably like, hey, let's go over here and have a conversation. Like, to me, it looked like that more than normal. I don't know. Let me know, like, what you guys think. I know nobody likes Rob. I mean, some people think he's good looking, but he's just a big dope. And yeah, I don't know. I'm so sick of so many people on the show. It's kind of crazy. The next morning, Kendall makes an apology breakfast for Serena and Kaylor. They are like, "Oh, we love you, we love you." I know a lot of people in the comment section do not like Kendall. He also had a conversation with Nicole the night before. Then like Nicole's like, "Look, you need to like cool it. Like you're chatting too much. You're being an instigator." And if he reels it back in, I mean, I but so looking, like, well, we'll get to the recoupling and then we can kind of think because there's not that many episodes left. There might be like a week, maybe. I think I saw online like 8 episodes, and I didn't know if that included tonight and an after sun. So if it included tonight and after sun, that means there's only 6 more episodes. So we'll kind of talk at the end, like who we think maybe where the public is, because there's a couple of people together that I don't think that the people hate one person in the couple and like vice versa. So it's definitely going to be interesting. Miguel tells some of the guys, I think he tells Kendall and maybe Kane. I don't know if it was Kane or Aaron, that he's unsure about Leah after the night, then the movie night, and like her, like I guess arguing with some of the girls, and that like it reminds him of his parents fighting. Yeah, I mean that didn't really last long, did it? Leah and Rob talk. They apologize again. This was a moment here where I kind of thought that this is that are they going to get back together? Just kind of like they're both so sorry. They're both so like feeling bad for each other, and it's just like it just this is where I was kind of feeling this seems so fake, and I mean, luckily they didn't get back together because that would be. I know a lot of people like Leah, but that would be on my like probably my least favorite couple. If Rob and Leah got back together, I'd want them out immediately. Aaron pulls Kaylor. Uh, he tells her like he promises he'll never do it again. And we all, and I have here, this is before the next couple minutes of the episode. I was like, they will be back together before we know it. And then Serena and Cordell talk. He apologizes again. She says that she could have like reassured him a little better. I mean, at least like their conversation, like they, I know they had a big blow up, and like obviously I'm not really loving how quickly she's forgiving him because she was like standing on her business and just I mean, like, at least it wasn't as quickly as Kaylor, and how many times it was Kaylor, but I just don't love how quickly this happened. Like I was kind of hoping that maybe like after a couple of the night, like Cordell would have taken her and then like kind of maybe eased into it for another episode or two. But to go back this quickly and the outcome of this conversation, I just kind of I don't know. I'm just this disappointed. I think that's what it comes down to. I'm just disappointed. Um, they want to get back together and they're going to be closed off. And I know the time's almost out, but I mean, it's just like to go from where we were earlier in this week to this. I mean, it's just kind of crazy. I don't know. It just, I don't, it's really making me feel disconnected from a lot of these people. And like, I didn't really feel bad for a lot of them to begin with because I've like, again, I've watched so much Love Island. It is Love Island, and I don't really find the authenticity of it. It's to me, it's just a reality TV show. And I don't, I just wish Serena would have held a little stronger here because now we don't, I know our page, we don't always agree with like that Serena's like fully into like doing what she did and like how we feel about it. But I just really like Cordell did some stuff that obviously is bad. I just wish that she was like held out a little longer because I'd like to know people who are Team Serena here. Where do you stand here? Because I think I did not want to go on Twitter to see the hashtag because I was a little bit behind. I didn't want to get ruined by I mean, you knew there was going to be recoupling. I didn't want to get ruined by the recoupling because I know some people just fast forward to the end. So I haven't had yet to do that, but let me know what you guys think. It's like Team Serena people, where do you stand on now that they're basically together again? So very curious to know. And then Aaron gives Kaylor a necklace and like like a seashell, and like I can always see you. I was like, this dude is so corny. He's so corny, and they're kissing again. So I don't know. I'm over them. I wish we could. I would love to get them out here. Like at least like Cordell and Serena, I can tolerate. Like just because like the theatrics of crying from Kaylor, I'm so over it. Now. I would love to get them out here, but they're going to be here to the end, unfortunately. So Ariana shows up, and this is the recoupling that we've been teased this morning with the first look Instagram. I don't know if other people are in that group chat, but we are pages, so we see the first reveal or whatever it is. So the recoupling, and again, I wanted this recoupling to have a little more stakes, and it didn't, because the table was pretty much set to the end here, unfortunately. But Kendall chooses Nicole, no surprise here. And spoiler, I fast forwarded through all of the speeches and all of the reaction to the speeches by the person they picked, because I don't really care. I don't. And it's just like that saved me probably like 15 to 20 minutes. And we've all heard it before. And it's just, we all heard this, especially the people on the fringe. We heard it like 20 minutes ago because they basically coupled up. So there wasn't really any news there for me. So Kendall chose Nicole. Kenny chooses Janae. Cordell chooses Serena. Kane chooses Sierra. Aaron chooses Kaylor. Miguel chooses Leah. That one was a little, but again, like, who was he going to choose? That really what it came down to. And honestly, the way they zoomed in on Rob's face right after that, and I actually think that if Miguel did not choose Leah, I think he would have actually chosen Leah here. And if, let me know if you think that, just based off that facial expression they showed him. I know he makes a lot of facial expressions, but I thought that based off zooming in there, that there's his face, the reaction to Leah getting picked. I think he was debating on picking her. So because Rob ends up choosing Daniela, and he gives this speech about like, oh, like I really like her and she's great. And this is the same dude that was just saying 20, 30 minutes ago in the episode that he needs to take a step back from this relationship. So I just like, I don't know. That's why I'm just like, I was not into this episode. I was seeing through the BS. And on the way out, while he's giving the speech, he praises Liv, and that's basically showing that she is going home. But I mean, again, Liv hasn't really had a connection in honestly a long, long time. So yeah, it was Kane for a day. Before that, I mean, she was floating around for a little bit. So it's honestly, I'm very surprised she lasted as long as she did. Um, Taylor starts bawling. It's just like you can't. These moments are ruined by zooming in on her face when she's crying. Like all the other girls, like don't cry that often. You can tell they're upset, but Taylor cries all the time. So like, what is a real moment? So yeah, yeah, woof on Taylor crying constantly. So then Ariana comes back, and I wrote in my note, we finally going to see Cass and Harrison, and we only see Harrison coming in. So when is Cassie coming in? We have been teased about this for I think a week. I think we heard about it on the After Sun, and that was Saturday, and today is Thursday. So if she's not coming in tomorrow to tease somebody for a whole entire week, they're like teasing this text message, like the text message that can change all. I don't know what it could be. What is it gonna be like? Oh, you're gonna, unless somebody like the power to dump somebody, that's the only power that I would think is groundbreaking. If it's just Cassie coming in or something stupid like that, I mean, miss me seriously. And these honestly, these bombshells coming in, who are they going to break up? Like they're like, oh, like if Liv was still here, this would be Harrison being here would be kind of interesting. But like Nicole and Kendall closed off. Janae and Kenny, I don't think Janae's going to go. Serena and Cordell, they're closed off. Sierra and Kane, maybe. I mean, it's possible. Kayla and Aaron, they're not going anywhere. And if I wouldn't blame her if she went, but I mean, I don't think she's going to. Leah and Miguel, that's the only one I think that can maybe possibly move as well. And I think it's going to be between Sierra, Leah, Daniela on the move, because Rob said these things, but at the same time, like he did tell Daniela he wants to take a step back. So I could totally see like Leah, Daniela, Sierra are the only probably prospects right now for Harrison. And then if Cassie comes in, she said she like Rob, so that means that Rob's gonna be around for another. He probably made it to the end. Unfortunately, people, it's just the way it's gonna be. But thanks for watching. Let me know any of your comments and concerns or things about the episode. And maybe I when I'm by myself, I usually try to take like word for like bullet by bullet notes just because I don't want to miss anything. But let me know any of the stuff. I'd like to know what people think of people kind of reconciling very quickly, reconciling again for the infinity amount of times that it's happened on the season, and just kind of like now that we're kind of getting near the end, like who do you think is going to win here? Because like the Serena Cordell, like if they can like fully reconcile and the fans come together, I mean, I can see them kind of taking it. Aaron and Kayla have no chance winning. I mean, if anybody's voting for them, shame on you. Shame on you, honestly. But all the other ones, I just don't know. Kendall, Nicole, Serena Cordell. I think that's the front runners. Maybe Janae. I mean, Janae and Kenny are also, but I don't know if Kenny has I don't think there's a Kenny army. I don't think there's a Kendall army, but they've been together for a while. So let me know what you guys think. Comments below. Appreciate it. We will be back tomorrow. So I haven't been doing Love Island UK because honestly, it's been terrible. I watch it and I write notes. I'm like, why am I watching it? It's such a bore compared to this. USA is like, I think, overtaking it. UK, it's so much better than UK. We did watch the Hungry Games on Peacock, which is like a bear reality TV show documentary. That was a 3-episode drop today. So I will, at least me, I'm hoping Bill, we can have that out maybe by the end of the weekend, maybe before. So I think that's it. Alone is on tonight, which I'll probably watch tomorrow. And I think, oh, we have Mole finale tomorrow, so as well. So tons of stuff, tons of things wrapping up. But we will be back for Love Island tomorrow. So I hope you guys have an awesome Friday, and I will see you later. Peace.